Welcome back to Big Questions. My name is Pastor Patrick, and today's big question is, why do we exist? When we look at creation around us, we see that everything has a telos, or end, purpose, and goal. Take, for instance, an orange tree. An orange tree has a purpose, or telos, and that is to grow and produce oranges. And we can tell if it is a good orange tree or a bad orange tree depending on whether it is fruitful and grows good oranges, or if it is failing to produce oranges, or if the oranges it does produce are sour and bad. And so understanding the purpose of the orange tree allows us to judge whether it's a good orange tree or whether it is a bad orange tree. Now, I believe we can look at anything in the universe and ask the question, what is its purpose? And the same is true with human people like you and I. Now, it is much more difficult to see the end purpose and goal for humans than, say, an orange tree. It's maybe less obvious. But I believe we can still know what our purpose in life is. And as Christians, we look to Scripture to tell us the truth that God has made known to us. But we can also look to the evidence around us that supports what Scripture teaches about what God has made known to us and why He made us. For instance, we see in Scripture that God made us for something outside of ourselves. He did not create us to be self-consumed or prideful or selfish. He created us for something outside of ourselves, something transcendent. And if we look at what is around us, we can see that this is true. It is proven by secular or non-Christian therapists and psychologists that people who are humble live a happier life than those who are prideful. They also say that those who are more grateful, or when they recognize that they have been given something that they do not deserve, that those people are happier than those who are self-consumed and believe that they deserve everything in life. They also show that those who have a purpose and goal outside of themselves, or something greater than just making themselves feel good, or making themselves rich or comfortable, that those people have a happier and more fulfilled life. And so this confirms what Scripture teaches, that God made us for something outside of ourselves, something transcendent. And so if our purpose is something outside of ourselves, the question then is, can loving other people or having humility or gratitude be our ultimate purpose in life? Can that alone be the reason why we exist? Well, only partly. See, each of those things, loving other people, serving other people, experiencing the pleasures of life, all of these things are limited because they are created things. That other person that we love and serve, their life will end one day, just like ours. Also, the pleasures of life will eventually get old. If you find something you really enjoy, it will get old and mundane eventually. And so, if our ultimate purpose is not something within us, or something limited or created, then we must have a need for something uncreated, something limitless, where we find our ultimate meaning and purpose for our existence. C.S. Lewis put it this way, that just like the growling of the stomach points to the fact that there is food to meet that need, so the eternal and limitless longing of our soul points to the limitless, uncreated fulfillment of that desire. And Scripture tells us that this is God. In God, we find our ultimate meaning and purpose for life. And so I do love and enjoy people, but not just loving people for themselves, but I love them kind of like a stained glass window. A stained glass window has no beauty or purpose in itself, but only the light shines through. Then we see the majesty and glory of the colors and the reflected and refracted light that makes the stained glass window beautiful. And so is every created thing. Yes, we were made to love other people, and we were made to enjoy life and the pleasures of life in a right and godly way. But in them, we actually just get glimpses of the true and ultimate fulfillment of what we were made for. We were made for God, to worship Him and to enjoy Him. Only He can fill that limitless and eternal desire we have for meaning and purpose. And this is what heaven will be. In heaven, we will be with God, who is the source of love, of beauty, goodness, justice, joy, and happiness. And all we will find are telos, an ultimate end and fulfillment in the limitless God. Thanks for watching this video on the big question, why do we exist? Stay tuned for more big questions.